Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video we are going to study about the Ophidia group, and this video will help you guys to understand how to remember the remedies which are present in different kinds of groups, and that will help you to remember each and every characteristic which are common characteristic present in different remedies of different group or different families. And also this will help you to solve 20 marks question from which is a compulsory question for final year. I have used mind map technique to remember different groups and different families. You can also use your own technique to remember and study the groups and families. Also you can use this technique to remember different remedies too. Let's start with the Ophidia group. So in Ophidia group, mainly serpents and or snakes, this are present in this group. So as name comes, snakes, first thing comes to our mind is always a poison. So snakes are poisonous. Which snakes are poisonous? Cobra, viper, skate and coral. Also the sea snakes are poisonous. Okay, so as I tell you that sea snake, so some snakes used to live in water, like in fresh water or the other marsh areas. Those snakes are aquatic snakes. Then terrestrial snakes which lives in burrows, and the aerobial snakes which lives on trees. Now the life situation of snakes. Snakes never stop growing. As we know, snakes has to change their skin, like they shed their skin after some period of time. That is related to they never stop growing. They grow very fast in their initial 2 years of their life, and while shedding of their skin, that thing shedding is called as shedding of slogging. Okay, so before shedding, snakes are very dull and lazy, and after shedding, snakes are very bright and alert. Also while growing, they never stop growing. As I told you that while growing their skin becomes so tighter, that's why they used to shed their skin. Let's see senses now. As humans are having 5 main senses, so snakes are also having the same. Like first is hearing. So say snakes are deaf, they cannot hear anything, but they can receive the vibrations of animals or creatures or any humans which are around them. They can have that vibration sense well developed into them. Then vision, they have no eyelids, and the eyes, they are very shiny type of thing, and while shading of their skin, that time their eyes are also changing their colors. And some snakes are good at eyesight, just because they can hunt at night on their prey, so they have good eyesight. Then smell, they don't have the nostrils. Some snakes do have, but the nostrils doesn't works, so they have a forked tongue, that is the split. There is a split in front of their tip to their tongue, that is called as forked tongue. With the help of that, they used to smell the prey or smell the scent which is present in the environment. Then pain and temperature. So pain means nociception and temperature means thermoception. So this is well developed in the snakes. So pain is felt by snake, and snake are more sensitive to the pain and the other temperature or climatic changes. They are more sensitive. Now temperature, they can suffer due to the temperature changes. That means when it gets too cold, their metabolic rate goes down, and they can go into very sluggishness, or very in unconscious, or they don't move, or they don't lose their energy. And when it's very hot, they can dehydrate and also die out of dehydration. Now uses of snakes, like snakes are very friendly to the farmers, as they eat all the rats, so they are called as friends of farmers. Then their venom is used to prepare anti-venom serum, and some are useful for the remedies to make out of their venom for snake bite. Then some people eat snake for their medicinal purposes. Not in India, but out of India, some people used to eat snakes. Then as we know, their skin is more best thing for ornament. Some people like Adivasis and all people used to wear it as ornament, so it has a ornamental value. Now let's see the function of snake venom. As snake bites to any creature, it becomes immobilized. Why it becomes immobilized? Because the venom of the snakes makes that prey paralyzed, and because of that the prey become immobilized. And it also helps in digestion. Whatever the venom goes into that prey's body, that helps to digestion of the prey. Coming to the properties of snake poison is odorless, tasteless, pale color, and is acidic in nature. Now this is more important thing that you have to remember, that is constituent of the snake poison. So there are mainly 9 constituents of snake poison. This you have learned in FMT also, in the snake poison, that is fibriolysin, then proteolysin, neurotoxin, then cholinesterase, hemolysins, then thermoplastin, agglutinins, cardiotoxin, and coagulase hyaluronidase. So this cholinesterase is present in elapids, and this hemolysin and thermoplastin which is present in the viper venoms. And this coagulinase hyaluronidase, this helps the venom to spread very rapidly into the body. Let's see medicinal use of the snake venom. That is, first is relief pain due to the neural leprosy. Then it helps in cure the cancer. One of the cancer medicine is prepared from snake venom. Then it is a hemostatic. Then in epilepsy, nerve exhaustion, and also useful in the treatment of rheumatism. And as we have a myth that snakes comes and take the revenge if we hurt them, or if we bit them by mistakenly also. But it is not that thing. Snakes don't have brain, but they have some of the musk after their bloodletting or something that can attract the other snakes around the area. So it is like that ki they are taking revenge or something. This is just a myth. Now let's study the doctrine of signature. This is the symptoms present in the snakes, and these are the symptoms present in patient. This is related to the doctrine of that particular thing. Then extreme sensitive to heat, as snakes are very sensitive to heat and lives in deep burrows where it is cooler, which are having the genus of the snake remedies are worse by the warmth, then due to hot drinks, and in summer. This characteristic seen in patients. Then snakes are very violent and poisonous when they are angry. So patients have aggravation by fasting and amelioration after eating. Then snakes are very jealous and suspicious. These are the characteristics present in the snakes and also present in the patient. Then snake coils from left to right. Similarly, the patients have the complaints from left to right. Then snake bites, blood, after the snake bite, blood is let out. We know that not to spread poison into the upper organs. That's why we tie the part and let the blood goes out. From that the venom will go out. Similarly, after bleeding or any discharges, letting out the discharges, patient feels better. This is the amelioration. Then very sensitive. Snakes are very sensitive to touch and vibration. Similarly, patients are aggravated by touch and slight sound. Then snake swallows large creature easily, while patient swallows solids very easily. Then the snakes has stool that are dark and offensive. So patients, all the discharges as well as stools are black and offensive. Let's study characteristics of the Ophidia group now. First is constitution. The patient is hemorrhagic in tendency. Then it has purple skin. The pupils are restless. The face is pale and slaky. Then blotted and dark skin. Then elements from. They have problems or elements from or aggravation of symptoms after fight, jealousy, then bad effects of poison, then disappointed in love. Then in summer, physical trauma. This disappointed love is running through all the animal kingdom. So keep this in mind. Every animal remedy will have this disappointment of love. Most of the remedies, not every but most. Now miasms. Syphilitic miasm and tubercular miasm. These two miasms are in the background. Temperament, melancholic temperament. Diathesis is hemorrhagic diathesis. Keep this in mind that all Ophidia has hemorrhagic diathesis. Then thermals, they are extremely hot, but epilepsy and nausea, they are chilly. These two are exceptions for this. Let's study next part, that is sphere of action. So it acts on nerves, mainly on pneumogastric nerve, then spinal cord, cellular tissues, skin, CVS, in circulatory system, brain, liver, also on the gland, throat and muscles. Mostly many snake remedies are acting on the gland, so keep this in mind, and the pneumogastric nerve. Let's study pathophysiological action. Now neurotoxic venom causes muscular weakness, then it causes paralysis of involuntary muscles like face, throat, respiration, legs, etc. And it also acts primarily on the motor nervous system. Then vascular toxic venom, this causes enzymatic destruction of the cell wall, then collagen disorders. This myotoxic venom, which produces generalized muscle pain, and after that it produce myoglobinuria, and after 5 to 6 hours it gives respiratory failures, and that usually cause the death. Then hemolytic venom, this will act on RBCs or act on blood directly, which will break down the RBCs, and then it will make or helps to separate the plasma and HB. This will automatically lowers the O2 concentration or oxygen level in the blood, and this will it will cause cyanosis of the body of patient. Let's see mental symptoms. The characteristic mental symptoms from Ophidia group, these are anxiety, fear of disease and death, then nervous depression, then hallucination, loquacity. This loquacity is the main theme, as we can say, of Ophidia group. This you should keep in mind. Then suspiciousness, fear of being poisoned. Snakes or any snake remedy will you will see that there will be fear of being poisoned, or somebody is trying to hurt me by giving me poison. Then religious insanity, this will also the main or keynote, we can say that that is under the control of supernatural powers. Patient feel this thing. Then it has delirium, which will follow unconsciousness, and then it will give in coma. Okay. Then fastidiousness, as the snake property, it is very fastidious. Then irritable and quarrelsome. Then competitiveness will be there, competition, as this is the animal group, so there will be competition. Then attractiveness, similarly we studied in the animal kingdom. Then misanthropy, that is dislike humankind. Then secretiveness, again animal group. Then greedy, solitude, like to live alone. Or then active memory, as we know snakes are very active, always alert. Then there is hydrophobia. Let's study characteristic of physical symptoms. First is hemorrhagic diathesis, then dark red blood, always. Then ecchymosis present, then petechial hemorrhages. Everything related to the hemorrhages there will be seen in the patient, all symptoms. Then it is a left-sided pain. As we know, snake coils from left to right, so pain will be always at left side, and then it will radiate to the right side. Then it is also causing gangrene. Then ulcer, bleed black in blood. Then congestion, headache, hematuria, septicemia will be there. Then hypersensitiveness of nostrils and lips present in the patient. This patient will cannot wear tight clothes around their waist. This will be characteristic in the snake remedies. Then clothes are and tight bandages, they cannot bear that. Then around neck and waist, they cannot bear the tight thing. They have very hypersensitiveness at these areas. Then debility and prostration, paralysis, then constrictiveness, that is choking sensation will be present. Then cravings, choking sensation will be present, like as we study here, like hypersensitiveness, the choking sensation will be present due to this tightness. They will feel very suffocated and they wanted to get rid of that will be a choking sensation. It will come under mentals also. Then craving, the patient craves for alcohol and cold drinks. Then periodicity, before and after menses they will be having all the signs and symptoms, or aggravation will be there before and after menses. Let's study the general modalities now. There will be aggravation in the morning, then after a slightest noise, suppression of discharges. Then in summer it will aggravate the symptoms, then at night and on a slightest touch. Then amelioration will be in the cold, damp area. Also appearance of discharges, it will aggravate the symptoms. Then when snakes are awake, and they will be always having aggravation when they are asleep. And this was all about the Ophidia group. This is the second page which I have tried to explain by making such kind of mind maps. So likewise, we studied Ophidia group. We are going to study all the other groups and families. So if you like my videos, then do please like, comment and share. Also don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and do follow me on Instagram, that is Dynamic Homeopathy by Dr. Nisha. Thank you.